Hi, I'm Chav Hutchings, and this is the ultimate FAQ for the Vortex Wireless 2.
Check it out. Check it out.
So what exactly is the Vortex Wireless 2? The Vortex is a MIDI controller keyboard that you wear like a guitar, but play like a keyboard. So what sounds are on the Vortex? None. The Vortex does not have any built-in sounds at all. It doesn't have a headphone socket, it doesn't have a built-in speaker, and it doesn't have any audio output sockets. So how do you play sounds with the Vortex? The Vortex can be connected to a computer, a synth, or even a smartphone. On a computer or a smartphone, you need to install some music software that will detect the Vortex. So when you play the keys on the Vortex, it will trigger sounds from the music software on your computer. And how do you connect a Vortex to a computer? The Vortex Wireless 2 can be connected to a computer by using the included USB cable, by connecting it to a USB A-type port on your computer. You can also connect the Vortex wirelessly to a computer by using the included wireless USB stick that also plugs into a USB A-type port on your computer. Do you need to program the Vortex? You don't need to program the Vortex Wireless 2 to use it with music software on your computer, but you will need to program it if you're going to use it with a synth or keyboard. How do you program the Vortex? To program the Vortex Wireless 2, you'll first need to go to the Alesis.com website and create an account. Then register your Vortex Wireless 2. Then you'll be able to download and install the Vortex Wireless 2 editor software on your computer. This software is 32-bit, so it won't work on the most modern Apple machines that are only 64-bit. Check out my videos on this channel on how to use the editor software. How do I set up the Vortex to work with a synth or keyboard? The Vortex uses Note, CC and Program Change MIDI commands. The exact settings for these will depend on your synth and are usually different from synth to synth. So you will need to find the MIDI implementation chart for your synth or keyboard to program the Vortex Wireless 2. The MIDI implementation chart should be found on the internet. Can I use the wireless connection on stage? Yes, but do a pre-performance distance check first. Music equipment, humans, walls, and even mobile phones can affect the wireless connection. I recommend keeping the Vortex Wireless 2 and the computer facing each other and within a distance of about 5 meters. How do you use the pads? The pads can send Note, CC, and program change MIDI commands, so it can be used to change virtual instruments in music software on a computer, or to change the sound patch on a synth or keyboard. Or used to play notes like piano or drums. Or used to trigger loops in music software on computers.
Check it out.
Or stop, start, or even start recording in music software on a computer. And how do you use the faders? The faders are most commonly used to change the volume of sound and effects, but can also be used to change the sound itself, like cutoff, resonance, and attack. So does the Vortex come with music software? Yes, the Vortex Wireless 2 comes with a license for a downloadable light version of Ableton Live. How do you connect the Vortex to a synth or keyboard? Usually you need extra gear like a MIDI DIN cable or a wireless MIDI system like two CME MIDI masters. So, can you connect the Vortex to any synth or keyboard? To connect the Vortex Wireless 2 to a synth or keyboard, the synth or keyboard needs to have either a MIDI DIN in socket or a USB host port. Why does the Vortex Wireless USB stick not work with the USB port on my synth or keyboard? On most synths, the USB port is either a B-type port, which is designed to be connected to a computer, or an A-type port that is designed to be used for data storage. To use the Vortex Wireless 2 wireless USB stick with a keyboard or synth, you will usually need to buy an extra piece of equipment known as a MIDI USB host, like the Kenton. Does the Vortex need batteries? The Vortex Wireless 2 runs on 4 AA batteries, but you don't need batteries if you're connecting the Vortex Wireless 2 to a computer using the USB cable. You can also use a power bank instead of AA batteries. If you enjoyed this video, do give us a thumbs up and click on that subscribe button. Cheers.